Welcome to the stage, Mark Lane and Riley Brown. Over to you, Steve. Tell us about this fight.
So obviously this fight was made. Riley's come to me, obviously been training for a long time now. Had a good background, been training a lot at Paddy's gym. Trained for the amateurs. Didn't quite get to the amateurs due to COVID and so on, I believe. And then Mark has been in the amateurs and had a couple of fights in the amateurs and stuff. So when they both come to me, I thought it was a great matchup again, great 50-50 fight, and it turned out that they've both been training at the same gym, but at different times. And I've been told by Dennis at the gym they've been training at JJ's that it's actually a great 50-50 fight.
Okay, so I'd like to start with yourself, Mark. Amateur background. Tell us the gym that you was training at, and tell us what got you into boxing in the first place.
I was training at Scrapper's gym in Hillmead with Steve Cooney and Paul Rogers. Wonderful, wonderful people. I first got into it because my cousins were white-collar boxers. So I always had an interest early on, but we couldn't really afford to go to a gym. I liked it because I liked the idea of being able to defend myself. Didn't really have a father at home, so it was a single mother household, so it was that idea of when I'm walking around, if something ever happened, I wanted to be able to defend myself and defend my family. That's how I got into boxing.
So I guess confidence, discipline, everything that what boxing's about, and you've had 3 amateur fights, is that correct?
Yeah.
And this will be your second white-collar fight as well. So obviously your opponent is going to be his debut, and you're aware of each other, and you both come from good gyms, good backgrounds. What do you know about your opponent?
Not very much, apart from his name.
That's all you need to know.
And so same to you, Riley. Obviously, you've been training now for a long time. Is it your cousin, your uncle? Or uncle? So your uncle told me about you years ago, to be honest with you, and told me about you training. That you was training down at Paddy's, and you was going to be good, and spoke very highly of you. So again, obviously, like you said, you applied for the amateurs, so you was training a lot, and then COVID come in. What's made you decide to get into the boxing, and what's made you decide now to come down this route of doing a white collar, and is amateurs still what you want to take, still the route you want to go down eventually?
Yeah, so basically I was carded in the amateurs for 2 years. Didn't really get a sniff. Injuries, COVID, all of that sort of stuff. And I sort of left it for about maybe 8 months. Started training MMA at Alpha with Craig. And I kept fucking my foot up, to be honest with you. So yeah, Craig knows Dennis anyway, so I've been down there a couple of times in the past. And I go to college in Siren, so I thought I might as well pop down a couple of times. And yeah, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed getting back in the ring. So yeah, I sort of wanted to get back into it, and I gave you a message and straight back into it. So yeah.
So I understand you've been training for some time, but this is actually your debut fight.
Yeah.
Any nerves coming into a debut fight against a guy that's had at least 4 fights?
Yeah, there's always nerves, but I think nerves are a good thing. I think you wouldn't want to be complacent. You wouldn't want to be overconfident, because then you would walk in thinking you're the shit, and then you end up getting banged out. So, obviously there's nerves, but I'm still confident enough that I can win.
Great reply. Anything you want to add, Steve?
Yeah, so obviously, like I said, what I will say, obviously, we're talking about, obviously, Mark's had 4 fights, but he hasn't fought for how long now, Mark?
5 years.
So he's been out of the ring for 5 years. So being out of the ring for 5 years is a long time, whereas Riley's been active, he's been training. So one people may look at this and think, okay, well, this ain't really a fair fight. It is, because he was training for the amateurs. Do you know what I mean? So he was due to go into the amateurs, was training with all the amateur people. He's had, the amateur fight. So he has got the experience where he has actually been in a ring before, and he hasn't. But listen, let's face it, it all comes down to nerves on the night, because some people, when you're in that ring and you spar and you punch the shit out of each other, it's no different to when you're fighting on the night. The only difference is you're stepping in front of a crowd and in front of a lot of people. So come fight night, it always does boil down to how your nerves play up. So for me, like I said, this was a great 50-50 fight. Both training at the same gym. Like I said, their coaches told me it's a great even 50-50 bout. And Dennis trains a lot of people from there. So I'm looking forward to this fight. Have you got any last words, Riley, that you want to add to your coaches or anything like that?
Yeah, just one last thing. Up at JJ's, we're donating to a girl called Mia. So we're trying to find a diagnosis for her. She's been put in a wheelchair. So if you've got any spare change, I don't know if Dennis has been speaking to you or not, but at the tank show, we had a bucket going around. I don't know if there's going to be one at your show. But if you do have any spare change and the bucket is going around on the night, please put it in the pot and help me get that diagnosis.
And same question to yourself. Anything you want to add on the night for the night, or say to your opponent while you got the chance?
No, just building on what he said with the donations for Mia. It's a great cause, and if you can, please do.
Looking forward to it, guys. Let's see you face off. Thank you. Right.
Let's go to one off. We'll get you just hold it a second. You come in. Thank you. Looking towards. And then can I get you to step to the side for me? Step for me. Looking towards this one. And both together, but facing towards this camera. Yeah. Closer. Yeah. And then facing off, please. Nice and close. Well done, guys.